Well, there is a new member of the U.S. Senate, and pro-lifers are taking a closer look at the replacement for the late Dianne Feinstein. Laphonza Butler was appointed by California Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom. She was previously the president of Emily's List, a group that seeks to elect pro-abortion women into office. Senator Butler has expressed support for a measure that would codify Roe v. Wade and expand abortions in the United States. We go now to Margaret Olohan, senior reporter for the Daily Signal, who has been taking a closer look at the newest U.S. Senator. Margaret, always great to be with you. First off, your reaction when you saw that Laphonza Butler was the handpicked successor for Senator Dianne Feinstein. What did you think?
Well, I wasn't surprised at all. Of course, Laphonza Butler is the president of Emily's List, which is one of the most, I would say, one of the most high-profile pro-abortion organizations in the country. We probably think of Planned Parenthood when we think of organizations like that, but Emily's List is right up there with them. They help elect high-profile pro-abortion women to office in order to enact more what they call legislation protecting reproductive rights. In other words, promoting abortion across the country. So she has worked for Kamala Harris. She's worked for Hillary Clinton on both of their failed presidential campaigns. She's also a former labor union boss. She's just your typical Democratic activist who also got promoted through the ranks to become the president of one of the top pro-abortion groups in the country, and now she will be a California senator.
Margaret, what are pro-lifers saying about this?
Well, pro-lifers are not happy, of course. They know that she will be pushing some of the most radical pro-abortion agendas. As we've seen with many other Democrats in the Senate, in the House, in the White House, there are no limits to what they want when it comes to abortion, or as they call it, reproductive rights. So we have not seen any Democrats as of late actually specify if they would support a single restriction on abortion, or as we would say, a protection for the unborn. None of them will specify that, even when you ask them, leaving everyone to just understand the implication that Democrats support abortion without limits and on demand. And it appears that she is along the same lines.
What do you think, her being in the Senate now, what do you think that will mean for the fight for the unborn?
Well, I think it'll mean that it's even more of an uphill battle than ever before. You know, this is just another pro-abortion senator who appears to have the backing of pretty much every solid Democrat pro-abortion group out there, including Gavin Newsom, who I think is particularly interesting that Gavin Newsom selected her at this point in time. Emily's List is well known for supporting people at pivotal stages. If you look back when D.C. was dealing with the 5 babies that were found here that were from an abortion clinic, and we were wondering whether they were illegally aborted, Emily's List came out and endorsed Mayor Bowser right during that time period, D.C. Mayor Bowser, when she was coming under fire from pro-lifers. So they weigh in at significant times. So I think Newsom putting her in this position might say a little more about what he's looking for in the next couple years or so as well.
I want to switch gears here, talk about something else. Earlier this week, a court in Wisconsin ruled in favor of 2 sets of parents who had filed a lawsuit after accusing a school district of adopting a policy to allow and affirm a minor student's request to transition to a different gender identity. The parents say this was done without their consent and even over their objections. What more can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so this was a really disturbing case in which these parents were saying that the school was socially affirming their child against their wishes. And what that means is the school was socially encouraging this child to believe that she was a boy. And social affirmations can include using someone's preferred pronouns. So in this case, they're calling that girl a he or a him, or using the name that she asked them to use. In other words, going around the parents' wishes outside of the home to push this child along to a gender transition. And as we know, Tracy, these are such dangerous practices when it comes to young minds. The internet nowadays has made it so dangerous for young people when they begin searching, I don't feel like I'm in the right body. Am I transgender? So many people out there are willing to tell them, yes, you should be going on this website that can help you get hormones secretly that your parents won't know about. So many different dangerous pitfalls for young people in this day and age. And so thankfully, in this case, the judge ruled that this school district should not be socially affirming children against their parents' consent. So it's a huge victory for parents.
All right, sounds good, Margaret. Always great to be with you. Thank you so much. God bless.